So what have you seen on film now that you've kind of been able to dissect the Ohio State game, and what did you like from your group being able to score 31 points?
I thought there were, guys stepped up, and I didn't feel like the environment was too big for them, and it was really nice to see AP break away on a couple, big explosive runs against the defense with that kind of speed. Trayvon Bradford stepped up, made some plays, and I was really pleased with the way Connor Blount came in, as the backup and had to come in the second series, and I just felt like the guys kind of kept their composure throughout handled the environment, and then there were some good things.
Jonathan mentioned yesterday he was a little surprised by Artavis' speed. Were you?
Yeah.
You hadn't seen that in practice, right?
Not that break, and yeah, I saw him kind of get loose, and I was getting my next call ready, and then he just kept going. So it was that was a pleasant surprise. That was good to see.
With Connor going in so early, did that change anything that you guys want to do? I know it was so early, but just having to have him come in so like
yeah,
that.
we got into a little bit of the QB read game with some of our run stuff that we probably wouldn't have called with Jake, but not really. I mean, I felt like we had access to everything that Jake had. I mean, Connor had done a nice job preparing during the week, and I thought he did a nice job for the most part.
And how comfortable did you feel, that first game calling plays, here with this group? It looked like on the field you guys found some success.
Yeah, I think it just still figuring out personnel, and that for us was just we'd seen him in scrimmages, but to go on the road against another opponent and see who's going to kind of step up in that environment, it was good to see. I thought the guys were dialed in and ready to go, and we didn't have a terrible amount of mental mistakes that you kind of see in the first game. I thought the guys did a nice job preparing.
You didn't get to see, if I remember right, you didn't get to see Bradford much during spring. He has this kind of a breakout game. What was your assessment of how he played?
I think he can still be more consistent when he's not getting the ball. As far as the blocking and the run game goes, we were on him pretty hard about that. But when the ball was his way, I was really happy with what he did when the ball was in his hands. And yeah, Trayvon's a talented player, and that's what we've been kind of seeing through fall camp. So it was good to see him, take that and put it on film and do it on Saturday.
So the back slaps weren't all there when you start going through the film with them.
There's just,
there's blocking and all that.
That's for us, the offense as a whole. There were some good things, and there was so much that we need to clean up and get better at. But it was a really good learning experience for us.
How do you feel about Connor if Jake can't go this weekend against Southern Utah?
I like Connor. I think we were it was a tight competition all the way through spring and fall, and I really liked his demeanor and just how he carried himself out there on game day. So yeah, I would feel very comfortable if he was the guy on Saturday.
Is it easier knowing you do have two options behind Jake that can go at any time?
Yeah, definitely. That's always really. We were a little bit nervous. You're like, man, we invested all these reps in the starter, and he went down in the third or fourth play, and it was good to see Connor go in there and operate the way he did.
Can you just talk a little bit about Southern Utah's defense? What have you seen, and is there anything that you guys are maybe going to try to work towards this week or focus on game plan wise?
No, I have a tremendous amount of respect for them and their program as a whole. I mean, they won the Big Sky Conference. I coached in that conference. A lot of our coaches that's good football, and they do a really nice job. And I think they really fly to the ball and do some nice things. And so I think we're going to have our hands full, and we're going to have a great week of practice and show up Saturday ready to roll.
And can you just offer your thoughts on Tristan Gebbia joining the program and what he could bring to the quarterback position in the future?
Yeah, no, we're excited. He showed up pretty quick there, and he's been working with us a little bit, and can't play this year. But yeah, I've been thrilled. Great kid, and I've heard a lot of good positive things from numerous people about him, so just excited to get to work with him in the future, and yeah.
At what point do you need to decide if it's going to be Connor or Jake this week?
Probably Wednesday, I think, and just seeing what each of them can do and how ready Jake will be. But I think right now the plan is get both of them some reps and make that, coach make that decision.
So did Jake practice today?
That'll be a Coach Smith question.
You guys, just the second game now coming up, and you're facing a different opponent. How much do you look at what they do and try and change some stuff, or how much, because it's so early here, you guys just want to keep working on what you do? How do you kind of balance that?
Yeah, we tell the guys always it's about us and about what we do, and there'll be some things that Southern Utah does on defense that have some things that we didn't necessarily show in the Ohio State game to attack what they do, and But a lot of it is just, hey, we're operating our offense and our system and for the week, and it's about how we execute it and how we prepare.
How did the line grade out this week? Was it what you expected, or better, or not as good, or?
Yeah, for the first game, I thought there were some positive things, and then just like every position group, I thought there were a lot of areas where it was like, man, we got to clean up our technique, we got to be more physical. There's so much room for improvement, and like I said, I'm not singling that group out, but it was across the board at every position. We've got to be more consistent, and we've to be able to consistently move the ball in this conference, and we've got a lot of things to clean up.
What's the biggest improvement you guys are focusing on this week?
Well, we got to get the snaps. We had some bad snaps there, so clean up the snaps, and I think just avoiding negative plays. We had, gosh, I don't even know how many there were. We had the ball across the 50-yard line, and we went backwards a couple times, took ourselves out of field goal range. So I think making good decisions at QB and cleaning some things up, but we can't have those negative plays.